Alrighty, well, we have a vast array of newly discovered broken parts. So, let's crawl under this thing and check out what the damage is. So, I noticed, there's the 18 transfer case. I should have went to the other side. But this U-joint is shot. I can shake it back and forth inside the yoke. And it's shot. Then, I noticed last time I went four-wheeling, this thing was just puking out really bad behind this output shaft here behind the yoke. So, I got to change this oil seal. I got to change the stupid U-joint. And the bolts that came out of these bolt holes were completely trashed. I hope I can get a bolt back in there because the bolts were completely mangled. So that's what we got to do. I'll show you the bolts that I had. So here's a bolt that came out of this turd. So, man, that's just... They went in fine. I don't know why they came out like that. I took them out with the impact. Where's the other one? Oh, there's the other one. I don't know what the hell happened, but that's pretty trashed. I don't know how they got stripped so bad like that. They weren't hard going in. Anyway, so first things first, tools, sockets, get the stupid oil seal off and get cracking. And this thing better focus. There we go. Alright, here goes. Alright, that worked. We'll just leave that there. Now, is it going to come off or do we need to get a breaker bar and a hammer and get violent? Let's check. Oh yeah, it's on there. Okay, it's time to do some beating. Okay, after some violent beating, we got it out. I really had to beat the crap out of this thing to get it off. There's the yoke. So I was going to try and save the oil, but it's going right down my floor jack, and I can't move my floor jack because my cross member is out. And this is the only thing holding up my transfer case. So if I take that out, this whole thing's going to fall. So there's really just nothing I can do here. I have more oil. Consider it a transfer case flush. Alright, we're going to get our oil, or our seal puller. And we're going to get violent and try to get this thing out. Alright, let's hope this comes out quick. I don't have to go all the way around this stupid thing. So we got our seal puller in. And I know I'm going to hit my exhaust before it comes out. Yep. Damn it. Let's try here maybe? There. Got a good bite. Man. Ah. Whew. This is going to require two hands. Hold on. Alright. After about 10 minutes of swearing and pulling and prying really hard, we got this dilapidated oil seal out. We're going to put this one in. Always put grease around the rubber seal, little RTV to help seal it, and always put it with the lip facing that way onto the shaft. Alright, let's get this on, and first we got to clean out where the old one was, and then we're going to pound this on, and I'll show you my special oil seal pounding tool. Alright, so we are going to use our handy dandy, crusty, rusted out to hell junkyard throwout bearing. Every rusted out worthless car part can be retooled for something else. In this case, a oil seal beater. So we're just going to hit this till it's flush. Alright, we got the yoke on, we torqued the nut on with an 1 1/8" drive. We used the old $6 Chicago Electric impact gun. Nothing seems to be leaking. Now we gotta handle this turd right here. Yeah, this thing's absolutely shot. So the front one's got a new one in it, but we gotta take it out anyway to change out this bastard, and that's the last thing. And we can put it all together, and we can go run trails in Florence Junction and not leak oil everywhere and not break U-joints. So U-joint out, drive shaft out is the next thing. This is probably a good time to pause and drink water and rest and maybe swear a little bit. Yeah. So we're hitting some Florence Junction trails tomorrow, and the Jeep is still a complete mess. Still got to put skid plate in, cross member, drive shaft in, refill the transmission with oil. It's completely empty. Boy, what to do first? I think what we're going to do is get this drive shaft in and go from there. Every time I do one of these stupid caps always fall off and the needles go in the dirt. So, and that's a really a big setback when you're trying to get this thing up and running. So, we're going to see if we can get this turd in without losing the stupid caps this time. And go from there. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so remember that story I told you about I always lose caps when I put drive shafts in? Well, here I was whistling away, enjoying working on this thing. Well, not really enjoying working on it, but going on my merry way, and of course, the cap fell off. Question is, the hell is it? I don't see a cap anywhere. Anywhere. Do you see a cap? Let's retrace our steps. This shit always happens. I don't see a cap. Okay, we're going on a cap hunt. Alright, well, after 10 minutes of frantic searching, the stupid cap is right there, next to my $12 Chicago Electric Impact, which has lasted like 3 years so far of constant abuse. So, yeah, so there's a cap. Let's grab that stupid cap, pray it's not dirty, pray the needles didn't fall out, and put the stupid thing on. Alright, check. What are we doing, guys? What is up with all this wind, man? It was super calm yesterday, and all of a sudden, it's like, a hurricane's coming, but just the wind part. Really cold, too. Well, guys, so what are we doing? Huh? This certainly is easier than working on an old rusted Jeep, let me tell you. Come on, babies, what are you doing? Find anything? Let's go pick on stuff. Alright. Drive shaft is in. Fixed the front diff leak. All the bolts in the front diff were loose. Imagine that. Bolts love to just back themselves away from this thing when it's running. Matter of fact, one time I was wheeling and all the bolts that hold my clutch linkage together just unscrewed themselves right and fell out right on the trail. This has fallen off several times on the road. These nuts just rattle off and then my transmission drops, so yeah. A lot of rattling and shaking and coming loose. Matter of fact, the nuts came off my battery tray. So, yeah, I need to start using Loctite on every single nut and bolt on this thing, apparently. Alright, drive shaft's in. This crusty old turd's going up in here now, and then I can get this jack out of here, and I think we'll be done. Really? Really done? done, like enough to even drive it. Oh boy, yeah. So yeah. Alright, so this is basically how you get to the Jack Handle Trail from Tucson. So there's two ways to get there. There's I-10, and this goes through Tucson. Right? There's Marana, Every Valley exit, Red Rock, that's Picacho Peak, you know, the landmark. The Emu Ranch is right here. You can take I-10, you know, head towards Phoenix. Once you leave Tucson, take 87. So you take the 87 turnoff, just past Picacho Peak, and then you just follow it. That turns to 287. You'll go through Coolidge, which is right on the freeway, and then right here is 79, and you take 79 to the trailhead. And I also have more directions in the video that tell you how to get to the trail from there. Now, the other way you can go the back way is if you want to take Oracle Road. Instead of taking I-10, get on Oracle Road and take Oracle to Catalina. Just stay on there. And take, like you're going to go to, you know, the Charlotte Gap through Oracle or Mount Lemmon the back way. Get on Oracle. That turns into Catalina. You'll pass through Saddlebrook. Keep trucking, keep trucking, keep trucking. It's a straight shot. And you'll come into the back way of Florence. And that also takes you right there. Martinez Canyon Road. So two different ways to do it. Okay, well, apparently this is the Jack Handle. If you're driving around lost for an hour, it's the first hard obstacle, I guess. I mean, I don't know if you call it hard. Right on. Oh, here we go. Some goodness. Oh, God! Oh, shit! Holy crap! What did we just go? What the fuck did we just go over? All right. Oh, this isn't that bad. I think this is the highest point of the whole trail. Wow. Dude. Oh boy. Oh shit. Alright. Get some. Wow, that was well. Alright, well here we are back at the house. The aftermath. So how was the trip? Well, climbed some awesome hills, thrashed the Jeep all day long, did burnouts in the dirt, climbed over giant boulders, ran the whole trail without a glitch or even spinning a tire on the trail. Soon as we pull up out of the trail back onto the dirt road, a glorious event has unfolded upon us. Boom. Input shaft decides to self-destruct. Right there on the dirt. So the awesome thing was we were able to wheel all day before she decided to give up the goods here. This Jeep would have been impossible to get out of that trail if it broke down halfway in the trail. There's no way you could tow it through all that crap. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, this 3-speed does not like the 373 gears and all the torque of this Chevy motor, so we are gonna do a 4-speed swap. I found a 4-speed, I found a T18 here in town. It's a Ford T18. But it does have a Dana 20 adapter on it, so we're good to go. And we're gonna run that. I just gotta get a few little parts to make it all work, so that's the next thing. So the first step, get this piece of crap 3-speed out of here, and we're done with these 3-speeds for the rest of our lives. Alright, let's get to ripping. Alright guys, there's goats in front of the camera, so that can only mean we're at the end of the episode and have to do our what did we learn spiel. What did we learn on this adventure of Junkyard Jeep? T15 3-speed is not a huge fan of two things. 330 horsepower, and it also does not like being low on oil. So either the oil was too low and the input bearing got hot and exploded, either that or in conjunction with excessive violent abuse horsepower and not being easy on the clutch, forced the input shaft gears to explode and go into outer space. So, rule of the story. If you run a T15 with 300-ish horsepower, you gotta be easy. Don't dump the clutch when the motor's at $5,000 and try to do burnout. After like the 10th time, it's gonna explode. Or the 5th time, depending on your luck. What else? When you fill up your transmission with oil, manual transmission, if it's not puking out the fill plug, you're not done putting oil in. If it's not puking out the fill plug, then don't even put the fill plug back in and hit the trail. Make sure it is full to the top so that input bearing is lubricated and happy. I learned that the hard way. Now we're going to do a T18 swap. Ford T18 to a Chevy V8 without an adapter. Yep, I'm going to show you how to do that. And we'll see you on the next episode of Goat Yard Jeep.